So on to the making of our zip pullers. Now in your pattern pack you'll also notice that you have the zip pull template and the puller filler. So what we're going to need is 3 of each of these pieces. Now the exterior leather, which is what you can see here, I've split to about 1 millimeter. All right, and the puller filler should be around 1 to 1.5 millimeters. So the overall thickness should be around 3 to 3.5 millimeters. Now for the filler, I've gone for vegetable tan leather. This is just some scrap split leather, just adds a little bit more stiffness to it. And the outcome should look a little something like this. So it matches the shape of the handles and the theme of the bag. So to do that, once you've cut your pieces out, we're then going to take some 6 millimeter wide strips of nylon reinforcement. Now you can notch these out with a large hole punch around 12 to 15 millimeters, and just make sure that you have enough of a gap in there. If you need to go wider or narrower with your reinforcement, absolutely do that. It's your choice, but I've gone for 6 millimeters here, and I've added contact adhesive on each end from the end of the curve, so the straight sections only. Now on the top of the filler, I've added a little bit of my brown edge paint. I've also added it on the underside of that hinge point and also the sides, because once it's wrapped, we're not going to be able to get in there, well, not very successfully, with any edge paint. So I'm going to take one of my puller D-rings, thread that on, and then you can begin matching up the shape of the filler with the exterior leather. And turning it over, same thing, matching up the ends. And only when you're satisfied do we then press everything in. If there's any trimming needed, sometimes that can happen. Go ahead and do so. You can give it a quick sanding and then just go over it with a little bit of heat to make sure you iron down those edges nice and straight. And then we can begin marking and stitching. And once you've smoothed the edges with a little heat, we're then going to crease them, and I'm going for 1.5 millimeters here. And we're going to do this on both sides. Now when it comes to prick marking or using a pricking iron to go all the way through on these pull tabs, if you want to have symmetry on the top of your bag as you open and pull away, we've got the top side stitches on this one. So to mirror that, I'm going to put the top side on this one. And when you prick mark, just make sure that you're at least, say, 1.5 to 2 millimeters back from where the filler starts. You don't want it to start too far back here, so a little bit further forwards, so we're well into the filler. That's what we're looking for here. Right, so now we've edge finished the pullers, we can simply snap those on, making sure we have the right orientation. And there we go. So the pullers fit neatly just inside the gap that we created for our zip. Okay, so they're sized ideally for that. And then we have the front with our pocket on the inside. And our space inside for our laptop, and also anything else that we can fit inside. And let's not forget that beautiful binding all the way around the inside with no exposed edges. the binding on top of the partition as well. That adds a nice pop of contrast to a classic design. The Cutler Briefcase Parts 3 and 4 are now available to watch online, with a bonus double video upload this month. These courses will have you completing the ultimate modern laptop case, perfect for business, travel, or to gift that special someone. However, crafting a slim bag that is stitched inside out can be a daunting task for many makers. Not to mention adding little luxuries such as leather bindings and piping into the mix. But rest assured, in these videos I will walk you through the whole process, one step at a time, one stitch at a time, until you can stand back and look at the beautiful bag you just made. And even if you don't have any bag making experience, I'll highlight areas where challenging parts are optional depending on your skill level, so you can easily modify the design into exactly what you can manage and still have a project to be proud of. So in this course, you're going to discover how to install custom sized gussets, which means you can change the leather in the project without misaligned seams. How to create and install piping with an internal binding, so you can get the techniques used by master craftsmen. And how to flip a bag right side out without damaging delicate areas, so the results will be stunning to you and everyone who sees your bag. So to find out more information and to get started today, head to leathercraftmasterclass.com now, or hit the link in bio. Hi, my name is Philip, and this is the Leathercraft Masterclass.